Kavita Krishnan, a lawyer and activist, spoke out about Farooq Abdullah's comments. Here's what she said.
I think that after the Supreme Court panel's findings on that Justice Ganguly is prima facie guilty of sexual harassment, Farooq Abdullah has felt the need to basically threaten and intimidate all women that if you expect to get a job, keep a job, not be thrown out of your job, then you should suffer sexual harassment in silence. That's exactly what his statement means. It's unconstitutional, it's misogynistic, and it should have no place in our public discourse. Unfortunately, Mr. Abdullah is not alone. Before him, Naresh Agarwal has made such statements. Leaders of other parties have made similar statements, blaming women for violence and accusing women of spoiling social harmony by making complaints of sexual harassment and sexual violence. And we've even had Supreme Court judges say that they will not employ women interns. I think that this kind of thing, this kind of thinking needs to be hit at very hard, and I would expect a statement from no less than the Prime Minister of the country. We, the women, would expect that statement to say that such unconstitutional statements will not be given a space in public discourse.
Ma'am, he has also said that now we fear of talking to women.
No, I'm saying that by saying he fears speaking to women, essentially he is saying that there is no difference between sexual harassment and speaking to a woman. So he's actually giving a boost in the arm to all men everywhere, telling them sexual harassment is actually perfectly normal behavior, and it's the woman's problem if she finds it problematic. So essentially he is speaking up for the rights of the men to sexually harass. And I think that this is not only unconstitutional, it's downright illegal, because it goes against the Vishaka guidelines, it goes against the Sexual Harassment Act that Parliament has just passed, and I think that Mr. Farooq Abdullah should have no space himself in public life anymore.
Do you think it's high time when action should be taken against such people?
You know, the kind of action, firstly, I think that we the people need to take some action. We need to stop electing leaders who make misogynistic and sexist remarks. We need to teach them a political lesson as well. But apart from that, I would also say that yes, parties to which these politicians belong need to take action. And that kind of action is rarely forthcoming. But I think that that kind of action is absolutely a must, and which is why I'm saying that the coalition to which Mr. Abdullah belongs is headed by the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister should actually speak. He should absolutely put an end to this, and Mr. Abdullah's party should advise him to kindly retire and stay out of public life in future, and he has no business to make political statements on any subject whatsoever.
Smriti Irani of the BJP had spoken earlier against Farooq Abdullah. Here's what she said.
Abdullah has given a statement saying that he is fearful of employing a woman. How do you see the statement?
I feel that it somehow denigrates the very sanctity of the parliament that he represents, and the steps of parliament being used to make such a insensitive remark is extremely outrageous. Mr. Farooq Abdullah, through his statement, possibly gives an indication to the nation that women are to be hired only so that they can be harassed and assaulted at a place of work, which I feel is not how men across the nation feel. But coming from such a senior political leader, it also brings a question to the fore, especially amidst people at large, as to whether these are the kind of men who sit on legislation which seek to empower women in Parliament.
Dr. Abdullah has made a profession out of taking everything very lightly. Because he took everything in Kashmir lightly, it became a total mess. His ministry is a total mess. And while he enjoys himself, the only pictures you see of him is dancing or going abroad or things. That's the problem when you take things lightly.